Welcome to our Crypto News in 10, a daily podcast bringing you the latest news about crypto in under 10 minutes. Here's what's moving crypto on Tuesday, January 27, 2026. Polkadot flipped the switch on a major upgrade, native smart contracts, faster blocks, and a long-planned issuance cap. BlackRock quietly filed for a Bitcoin premium income ETF that would generate yield by selling calls. In banking, USBC, Uphold, and Vast Bank finalized a three-way deal to bring regulated tokenized deposits to market. On the reserves front, Tether added 27 metric tons of gold in Q4 as bullion surged to fresh highs. And prices today. Bitcoin and Ether are steady into the Fed meeting, while US Ether ETFs swung back to net inflows to start the week. Story 1. Polkadot's big day. Polkadot's version 2.0.5 runtime upgrade went live today, and it's a consequential bundle. First, Polkadot now supports Revive, a native smart contract platform that runs both EVM contracts and Polkadot's own PVM, so Solidity developers can deploy without spinning up a separate parachain. Second, elastic scaling on the hub is now enabled, paving the way for roughly 2-second block times as more cores come online. Third, the upgrade begins a transition to a new issuance model that will hard-cap DOT supply over time, with community docs pointing to a stepped schedule that culminates in a 2.1 billion DOT cap by 2061. For builders, a quick heads up. Gas model tweaks mean a small slice of existing Solidity contracts may need minor adjustments as PolkaVM JIT arrives. Net-net, this is Polkadot 2.0 getting practical, lower latency, higher throughput, simpler deployment. Story 2. BlackRock moves to financialize the chop. BlackRock filed an S1 for the iShares Bitcoin Premium Income ETF. Unlike plain vanilla spot funds, this trust would hold Bitcoin and shares of IBITE, then sell call options, primarily on IBITE and at times on indices of spot Bitcoin ETPs, to generate premium income while still tracking Bitcoin's price. Fees and ticker were not disclosed. Nasdaq filed the related listing proposal last year, and the SEC opened proceedings in December, so the mechanics have been in the works for a while. If approved, it would be the first covered call spot Bitcoin ETF from a Big Three issuer, offering income-seeking investors a way to trade some upside for option premiums, now with BlackRock's brand behind it. Story 3. Tokenized deposits go formal. USBC, Uphold, and Vast Bank signed a definitive three-party agreement to advance a regulated tokenized deposit program, upgrading an October Memorandum of Understanding. The idea is straightforward. Uphold users get access to US bank deposit accounts at nationally chartered Vast. Those deposits are represented on USBC's permissioned chain as tokenized dollars with embedded identity, aiming to preserve FDIC insurance eligibility and Regulation E protections, while enabling always-on movement. The agreement sets exclusivity terms around launch, and USBC filed an 8K summarizing the deal. It's a notable attempt to bring on-chain bank money to retail under US bank rules, distinct from stablecoins issued by non-banks. Before we continue, here's a message from our sponsors.
Need elite developers fast? Elite Coders connects you with rigorously vetted senior engineers in 24 to 48 hours. Staff augmentation, dedicated teams, or full project delivery, we've got you covered. Visit elitecoders.co to get started today.
All right, let's get back to it. Story 4. Tether's gold play grows. Tether, the issuer of USDT, said it added about 27 metric tons of gold exposure in Q4 2025, roughly in line with Q3's pace, as bullion pushed through key levels and recently hit all-time highs. Its gold-backed token Exayut, together with the company's shifting reserves mix, has made Tether a meaningful source of private sector gold demand. The disclosure underscores two big 2026 themes: the race to diversify reserve assets and rising investor appetite for tokenized commodities alongside tokenized treasuries. Story 5. Calm into the Fed and a data bright spot for Ether. After a volatile stretch, crypto is mostly steady today, Bitcoin in the upper £87,000 and Ether around $2,900. As markets wait for the Federal Reserve's policy statement and Chair Powell's Q&A later this week. Analysts say the tone on rates and liquidity could steer risk appetite in the near term. Under the hood, US spot Ether ETFs swung back to net inflows on Monday, about $117 million, snapping a short outflow streak. Fidelity's Ether fund led the day, while BlackRock's saw moderate outflows, according to So Value. It's a reminder, even in a flat tape, flows can pivot quickly between Bitcoin and Ether products. Quick recap. Polkadot just shipped one of its most important upgrades yet, marrying EVM compatibility with faster blocks and a new issuance path. BlackRock's premium income Bitcoin ETF filing signals the next wave. Yield strategies layered on top of spot. USBC, Uphold, and Vast are pushing forward a bank-regulated tokenized deposit model. Tether is leaning further into hard asset reserves as gold rips, and prices are holding their breath into the Fed, while Ether ETFs show fresh demand. We'll keep tracking the policy signals, product launches, and protocol upgrades that shape the next leg in crypto. Thanks for listening, and see you tomorrow.